Hello, friends. Thank you for visiting Walking in Shadow once more. I'm Jason, and as always, I welcome you and I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that's going on. This video is very important to me. I hope it's important to others, but that remains to be seen. It's very important to me. As you may or may not have noticed, I changed the thumbnail or the picture representing my channel, and it's this right here. This is a whole bunch of them. That was my boundary. That's what has been holding me back. I talked in previous videos about that, walking the walk, and I have to do the things that I ask of others. Otherwise, I'm useless. I'm just a talking head. That symbol has been with me since I was 12. It came to me in a very natural way, and I adopted it as a child before having any spiritual knowledge, formal spiritual knowledge. The natural world and natural knowledge was second nature to me, but actual formal spiritual knowledge, I was a 12-year-old. I watched MTV. It was about, he, 75. So it was 87. I could go into the long details of it because it's a very long story. And maybe I'll do that at another time down the road if people are interested. But that symbol I've kept a secret, except to people who I worked with, or people who I felt needed to know, or the closest people to me know that symbol. But in the downloads that I receive and the information from my higher self, it's just not needed anymore. There's no reason for the occult, because the occult means hidden, because in the previous age of Pisces, it is communication, but it's very mental, rational, thought-based kind of communication. So spiritual matters were best left uncovered unless they were of a dogmatic religious streak that was accepted by the culture. Anything else, just taboo, or you're crazy, or you're the devil, or you're whatever. So, gotta keep it hidden. And then, of course, because I was involved in at least 10 years of constant combat, spiritual combat, I felt like it was my secret weapon. Well, everything's been turned on its ear now, of course. And I realize now that, it's irrelevant. Everybody can know that symbol, because the only way it works is if I activate it. So other people having it, it's whatever. But that symbol is an expression of who I am, beyond Jason, beyond the flesh, beyond the 3D. There's a card I've mentioned before. I use the Shaman Tarot, and there's this card. It's the Ten of Bones. I'm going to show it to you here. If you can see it, the guy's thinking about or having a vision of a predatory cat, like a jaguar leopard, jumping directly at him and him not doing a thing about it. This card has to do with sacrifice, a necessary sacrifice. Sacrifice to let a part of yourself die for the greater good. So, I had a hard time when I first started this journey about a year ago, trying to understand, because the love and light bit, where everybody wants to be light and raise their frequency, yes. Becoming we only have our 3D perceptions to go off of here in 3D. So I had to figure out how to still claim who I am, because even the general knowledge of the Pleiadians is that, it's they're here to raise consciousness and light and a universal love, which is, I'm totally with all that. Raising your frequency is the point. However you need to get there is however you need to get there. So, I put some things on my Facebook page, or not my personal one, but I made a page that connects to the videos. There's a link in the video's descriptions and in my channel description. I did add services that I can perform. One of those is remote entity purging. It's 100% real. I'm hoping that previous people that I've helped in that way will give reviews to it, but it's 100% real. And there's only one way to find out that it's 100% real. But hopefully you don't have the entity problem. Some other things I wanted to mention. I'm not wearing my glasses because they're slightly weaker as the old pair, so long-term wearing of them gives me like headaches and makes my eyes tired. So, plus it's a lot easier not having to constantly do that thing with the ears or whatever. So, I'm gonna have a doozy thinking of a title for this one, but the darkness helps me, and so I'm probably gonna use it more. The other two services I have on the Facebook page right now, one is Shadow Alchemy consultation. That is the healing portion of what I do, where we discover the things that we'll call internally that are holding you back, and how to convert those into positive energy that can raise your vibration versus what it's doing to you now. And there's also a thing about warrior consultations. If you yourself are a warrior of any sort and want to learn about things that you need to know, I'm not given like a vague, I can't do like a class or something. I can't say, well, this is what you do, because everybody's situation is different. Nobody's situation is like mine. Nobody's situation is like yours. It makes no difference in the importance, except that to you, yours is more important, and to me, mine is. So, we're just going to discuss, how you can meet and overcome the obstacles in your life. Because I'm discovering that the more I let go, the better. Humanity wants to control everything. It's just hardwired into our brains. It's very hardwired into mine. And just, it's very important right now to trust in whatever it is that you trust in, but do it. That's the main message of everything. Do the thing. You don't have to tell me what it is. You don't have to tell anybody, because you already know what it is. You've always known what it is. So do it. So, I have an unpopular opinion I want to share, since I'm being open and just trying to explain what I believe or think, or not really me, but what the downloads say. So, there's a lot and a lot and a lot of people that are very interested in this twin flame business. Well, the best way I can put it, without being disrespectful to anybody's journey, because if you are in that search, then you know that it's very major in your focus. Now, I'm not saying that it's not integral to what you're searching for, but my thoughts, like I said, they're not going to be popular, but that's whatever. I still have to do what I have to do, and I have to say what I have to say. If it's truly the other half of yourself, of your soul, or whatever, then they'll be there on the other side. You have nothing to fear if it's real. If they're really the one, then they'll be there later too. But it's just very important right now that perhaps, even if you don't want to give up on the search, that maybe you take about half of the energy that you're devoting to that twin flame search and point it inward to yourself, so that you can be the best. Because if your other is equal to you, then you're helping them by increasing your vibration. If it's truly the other half of you, then it will increase in vibration as well. I'm saying it because I don't. It's across all genders and identity choices or whatever. So I'm just saying it. Your other is it. So, the entities are still real. They're very real. There is a war going on Just because you can't perceive it or see it doesn't make it. I mean, it's the same as everything else you believe in. And I've seen a lot of talk about it's the angels. Okay, that's true. But you have to understand that, I mean, maybe everybody isn't an incredibly old by 3D year terms. Um, Maybe everybody isn't an old soul that has that's ready to awaken and ready to slough off all that detritus, the just the extra of life. It's unnecessary. I mean, I just know that I'm a warrior, and it's my duty to protect my allies and humanity from predators because they're out there. Their points of origin or whatever, I don't really care. I don't. I don't like go and beat them into submission. It's very pure and very clear. The symbol comes out. It's activated, and nothing but light can remain in the space. That's it. But I don't know about other ways of doing things. I only know my way. And my way is sort of extreme. I mean, it's not surgery. It's just steam shovel. Just scoops it out, deposits it elsewhere. So there might be a lot of ethical questions, but I don't care about them. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I love all of you, whoever you are. So it's important. I do want to try something out though that I've been wanting to try, and there's really no time like the present, literally. So got this little sleep mask dealie I want to put on. Of course, I have no idea what it looks like on the camera because I'm dirty, but I just need to explain some things directly, and not seeing my face helps with that. It helps me remember when I'm gonna channel my higher self. The focus is on him, and I will talk about him in a separate entry or whatever, like it's him over there, but it's really me. It's my highest self that operates outside of 3D time. And so, me, Jason, is uh, the 3D incarnation. So, anyway, I'm just going to try to let him speak. So I guess it's my attempt to channel. But it's not somebody in space. It's a place that could very well be in space, but we can't see it with our eyes. Wherever it is, it's irrelevant. Again, I'm using 3D terminology, so I'm clearly not being him right now. So let's just try it out, because this again is another way to let go of concerns about anything but the truth. So let's try it out. There are many entities that exist outside your realm of perception. Some are benevolent and some are not. It's incredibly important that you don't try to use your literal earth-based thinking when dealing with topics that are outside of that. How you find your voice is very important. What you do with your voice is more important. We all have our roles to play. None is more or less important than the other. We are all equal. The various entities that plague people aren't that different from the ones that did before. But now, as there's a very clear division, as more and more people become of light, this universe is a model of polarity and duality. So there's no way to escape the opposite of light. It's just going to be. So as we increase our light and our frequency, they increase their dark and their frequency. And if everyone is marching through the gates of perception, who stands as guardian? I do. Jason hopes to form a kind of militia among humanity and others from the stars. It's a noble cause. I was surprised because although I can see the beginning and the end, the stuff in the middle is why we study the 3D, because it's the only place where time works in the way that it does here. Not the perception of time, which is clearly used as a tool to keep people orderly, but just the fabric of the actual substance. Jason cares and loves very deeply every single person, even the ones that hate him. He wants to help everyone, but it's important to know that all he can ever do is advise, except in the case of that's me, and it is interactive, but he cares deeply. It took him a lot of work to put the symbol out. I'd hoped it had been sooner, but it's not something we can control. If we could, there'd be no reason for 3D. Since he's given me the floor, I will say that my name is Vunseth. That's the other shoe. So, to sum it up, your use of your attention is paramount during this period. What you focus on will be your destination. So choose wisely. I'm aware of the transits. I'm aware of everything that's said and everything that happens. It's just another way to surrender to my true intents and true motives. I use the us, him, because, again, I mean, there's no way to escape the duality model without leaving. Just leaving it entirely. the time and place of that. Is completely dependent on your attitude. I thank everybody for their support. Please do check out my Facebook page, which is Walking in Shadow, that has the services on it. You can also contact me there through that. That's about it. Please let go of your baggage. Just like those, like a hot air balloon with the sandbags. Just cut them. It's the only way. You can't hold on to the stuff, no matter what it means to you, if all it's doing is weighing you down. I thank you. I love you.